Hi, guys. This week we are focusing on adult learners, and this week's platform or discussion is about introducing parents and how well we prepare them for the technology that we're asking our students to use. And in reviewing the questions, I quickly realized that the answer, at least in my case, is that we kind of don't. So, which is too bad. And that definitely needs to change. And I really thought about one of the jobs that I have and how I can make some of those changes. So, first question that we have is, how do you introduce the e-learning platform to parents? And simply put, as far as I can tell, we don't. I was not at a traditional school. I was at a traditional school when COVID hit, and I remember kind of shifting to Google Classroom and really forcing that on the students, but I don't recall preparing the parents for that. And then I wasn't in a school that following year in a regular school setting, and so I don't really know what my current school did. But I do know that we don't. A lot of our classes use Google Classroom, and I know we don't have any formal like training or anything like that. I mean, maybe teachers send stuff out. Parents can certainly be in those Google Classrooms. And furthermore, so I run our online platform. I use Edmentum and kind of started with a summer program we got a grant for, and I became a remote teacher for a semester, and then it kind of ran into this school year. We don't have a great online presence. Our school is very much not supportive of having an online presence, an online platform. I think it has to do with money. I think it has to do with students sitting in classes and all of that. Which I guess maybe I understand, but I do think that we should have more options for students, and we don't. But with that said, one other thing I wanted to, with that said, the next question is, what are some issues you observe with parents regarding understanding technology? And I think there are many. With my program that I run and using Edmentum, I meet with the families and I kind of go over what that program is and what it looks like. I do that with the student, but there's no component of like a parent being able to see it, as far as I can tell. I do email and communicate regularly with them, so I think that is helpful. But I think that we should probably have more training for our parents, primarily with Google Classroom. I think that would be really beneficial to parents. They understand, if my student says they are all caught up, they don't have any missing work, they can go in and see, or they can see why their student scored poorly on something, or whatever the case is. And perhaps we should have a session on that. I don't know how popular it would be at the high school level, but I think it would be a great option. The last question is, what are some techniques you utilize to help parents feel more comfortable? In my case, I communicate weekly with students who are taking classes on Edmentum. We have a handful who are fully remote, though it's not supported, but we do have some that definitely need it, and I communicate with those families. And then I do that through email, and and it has instructions of how to log in and all of that. But I do think that video tutorials would be helpful for parents, and go from there. Thank you.